sec, guys. Let me just get set up. Right, okay, guys, listen. The number one question that I get asked is, can you win projects on Upwork? Is Upwork a system where you can generate inquiries from? I am a top 1% Upwork freelancer. I've a smidgen under 500,000 earnings on the channel, and I win clients there regularly, and I win large clients there regularly. Big corporations go there. I've worked with clients such as Perfect Draft, Mercury Holidays, etc., all through the Upwork platform. And today I'm going to run you through a live setup and structure, an application of projects where I'm actually going to apply for projects live with you. So the first thing that we need to do whenever you're doing this is you need to make sure that you have all of your credibility available to you on the screen. So when it comes down to the applications, you've got about 90 seconds, 120 seconds in a loom in order for you to be able to grasp their attention and keep it. So when it comes down to the applications, you need to have everything available. So like right now in front of me, you can see my YouTube channel. Right now in front of me, you can see my YouTube channel. I'm obviously going to showcase that when I apply for AI jobs. I have a bunch of NAM workflows that, depending on what the individual application is that I'm going to make, I'm going to use. I have a couple of make.com accounts open, the clients, and my own, with a bunch of individual automations inside of them. So many to choose from. Let me get rid of that. When it comes down to this, I'll move you over here. Now, just something that I wanted to showcase to you that I don't use often, but it's something that will help you. I'm using Comet by Perplexity AI to apply for Upwork jobs. Now, this is searching with custom instructions, and the custom instructions are for you to be able to copy an application in. So if you don't feel comfortable when you're jumping on a loom, something's gone off there with the way they've done this with their AI, but if you don't feel comfortable on the loom, then you can put it inside of here with those system instructions. It will analyze them and it'll give you a flashcard preview. Scrape and extract professional, open to work, enrich, rocket, reach and contact, validate and store leads in a database, start at 5,000 emails a week, scale, budget, etc. You get the drill. Nobody cares about how you build anything when it comes to AI. Literally nobody cares about how you build anything. It's all about the solution. It's about the money that you can make them. So this is just something that you can use. And the way that I've structured it is with these at the bottom. I'll probably put it in the description or whatever after the video. But it'll tell you what their tech stack is so that you know exactly what it is that they're looking to use and tell you what it does. I know what all of them do, but if you don't and you don't feel confident, this is it. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that you want your Upwork profile optimized. It doesn't matter whether you have any reviews. If you have no reviews, go out there, do a job, tell someone you want to do a job for someone for a nominal fee, $25, and you'll knock it out the park for them because you want the 5-star review. Like, you want to give a decent price so you can get a review on your Upwork profile and start to build that momentum. If we go and take a look at my Upwork profile that I'm going to be presenting to people, as you can see, like, it's optimized with video, it's optimized with some portfolios in there. My reviews are all here. If we scale it from like largest projects first, you can see here, like, I made 111K from this one Google Ads project alone. So there's a lot. I'm expert vetted, so Upwork have already gone through me, and that shows me that shows the clients that there's trust there. You might not have all of these things, but you can go out, you can build custom NAM workflows for yourself, scrapers, etc. You can build all these things that you can showcase live during applications. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to show you how you start applying for Upwork jobs. And the way that I do it is this. So I have everything that you've just seen live there, but I have one more thing, and that is that I have hotkeys set up in terms of keyboard replacements, text replacements on Mac. if you saw, I don't know why it won't. Let me see that there. Text replacements. If you go into text replacements in Mac, you can see that I've got pod, sim, app, and I've got actual application text already written out. So sim is, I've built a similar to this before video attached. I strongly advise, whether you're on Mac or whether you're on normal computer, to on Microsoft to actually do that, because it saves you time during the application process. Now I have turned on Upwork's notification section inside of Upwork, so that I get notified every single time that somebody posts a job. So we can jump into all of these as they come in real time, which is exactly what I do if I'm on the hunt for a job. So let's go. This is one that I found here. Automation engineer. This robo applies, looking for an experience. You'll be responsible for developing end-to-end automation pipelines, scrapes and extracts leads, etc. Uses OpenAI to personalize outreach and drive conversions. So we're going to loom. Hi, my name is Michael Elliott. I've just come across your Upwork brief for this job, and I know that I can knock it out of the park for you. So I want to give a little bit of background on myself. Not only am I in the top 1% of Upwork freelancers globally, I'm expert vetted, which means the Upwork team have looked into me and tested my skills. I then build custom workflows for just about everything every single day. It would be hard stretch to find something that I haven't built already. Cold outreach is something that literally I build every day. Every business wants it. The Appify scraper has recently just been removed for Apollo, so now there's other ways to do that. But not only that, I have a YouTube channel where all I do is I go through and I teach people how to do all of these and follow my journey. So I teach people, so what you're asking for, I go and teach people live on YouTube. Check it out if you want. That's up to you. But getting back to your individual job brief, when it comes down to this, scraping, extracting leads from professionals open to works, very easily done. Enrich contacts using Rocket Reach and Contact Out. I could probably find you some cheaper tools in order for you to be able to do that. But if you want to stick with Rocket Reach, it's fine. That's not an issue. Validate and store leads in structured databases. We can do whatever you want there. It could be your CRM system you use now. It could be something like Superbase. It can be anything. Integrate directly with Instantly for cold outreach and automation nurturing, and use OpenAI to personalize outreach messages to drive conversions. There's a balance when it comes to personalizing automated emails. I send 5,000 emails daily out of Instantly. So if I'm not your guy, I don't know who is. But when it comes down to the personalization, you don't want it to over-personalize where it finds out that if someone's inactive on LinkedIn, it pulls a picture of their dog from 4 years ago, because then you lose credibility. So there's a balance to be had with personalization. I understand exactly what you're saying. I do it for clients every day, but I'm just pointing out that we want to make sure that there's some contingencies in place so that doesn't happen. Listen, I can knock this out the park for you. Delivery in terms of this would be something that I'm happy to work under. And what you've priced it at is a little bit under what it should be. But I think that we can maybe make it work. I can't help you unless you drop me a message. Drop me a message in response to this application and then we'll get on a call. Thank you for watching. I ended that like a YouTube video because I'm in two minds at once. But you saw the way I applied for that. 2 minutes maximum for your applications. We now go back to the application. We hit apply now. And when we hit apply now, it's going to make me verify that I'm a human being for some reason. I've got 2 profiles, so we're going to do that. We're going to do it by project, which is what they set at $1,500. We're going to say less than a month. And then this is where the hotkeys come in. So instead of me having to write an application out, if I do semicolon sim, I've got a generic yet eye-catching application. Your project caught my eye because I built this. This is exactly the type of automation I specialize in building. If you're ready to see this solved efficiently and correctly, let's connect after the video you've seen. I'm going to attach a file, and I'm going to attach a video testimonial from here. And I'm also going to attach one from the Reporting Hub, which is a client of mine that are based out of Canada. So there's 2 video testimonials attached. I'll attach an Upwork job here, which is for AI automation. And then when it comes down to bidding, I'm going to blow all of these out of the water, and I'm going to bid at 150 credits, which takes it to 167 in total. That's because I know that more people are going to keep bidding. It's going to boost up the price, and I want to be in the top position for that client to see it now while he's active, because he posted it not long ago. So we close it down. We go straight back to the inbox. We literally go again. NAM workflow needed Switzerland. I've already built and maintained. It's actually a bilingual assistant. Don't really want to get involved in that, so we skip that. AI development for AI agent capable of analyzing X videos. The ideal in video processing enabling takes. Let's have a look at this one. The input agent. In your response, please include 3 to 5 bullets about how you would approach building this agent and the tools and the tools that you would use. I mean, when it comes down to the LLM API and what these guys are willing to pay, looking at this, I'm probably not going to apply for that. So I'll skip over that. That might have been one that was on the edge. When it comes down to we're not Upwork projects live. Let's hope everyone's watching. Lead automation specialist, Phantom Buster to Google Sheets. When it comes down to this, now this is what you're looking for, 77k. Bad gateway, lovely, just what you need. Let's just try a different one. Okay, so that ain't gonna work for some reason. Let's head over to Upwork and find work, I guess. This is gonna ruin the live if I can't find those those emails. Should sort by most recent. Yeah, so country, select client location, United States, United States, United Kingdom. Have these posted now. Quick automation setup, connect website form to Google Sheet. Like this here, for example, would be perfect for somebody who's who has a small, like, is looking for a small job. I would never apply for this in a million years, but I'm gonna do it. So here we are. We don't want Tag Assistant open. Hey, my name's Michael Elliott, and I've just come across your job post on Upwork. I've just loaded it up again here. Now, this is quite a simple automation, as you say, but I wanted to give a little bit of background about me, because I know I can knock this out of the park for you, but you don't know that until you see more about me. So I'm expert vetted by Upwork and top 1% freelancer with 100% job success score and 500,000 earnings on the platform. I specialize in make.com/Integramat, automations and flows, everything from ticket triage for SaaS businesses to calendar and calendar organization, daily automation, custom coding HubSpot buttons for specific things, for deal summaries, etc. Everything way much more complex than what you need. So I don't think there's much point in me running through too many of these flows, but like this ticket response flow here, you can see like it's quite in depth. So moving something from a form to a sheet for me would be really simple. And yeah, not only that, I literally every single day, or almost every day, at least 4 times a week, I teach people how to use AI tools and how to use things like Comet, which is the browser that I'm using right now, in order for you to be able to take my experience and run with it. Been in the space 3 years now, and that's something that I've learned a lot along the way. This is your project. Form submission from a website automatically to populate to a sheet. No manual data entry required. I mean, I'm not going to be doing this for $10, but it's not going to be an expensive project for you. I can set up this automation today. If you were to agree on a price for me about setting up this automation, I could do it for you today. Drop me a message in response to this application, and then we'll see where we end up. But yeah, this isn't the most technical project that's ever going to have happened. But if you're in a position where you want something doing properly and doing quickly, and maybe look at potential expansions of that moving forward, then I'm definitely your man. Drop me a message and we'll go from there. So yeah, we've had a bit of a tech issue, really weird. I don't know why the bad gateway is coming from the emails. I'm hoping that this isn't gonna happen from here. Let me change this to $250 so he gets the picture, and let me put is it app? Yeah, that's a different one, you see, because this one's less vague. Attach files. I'm just going to attach one to this because it's so small. Add Upwork job. Here we go. Set bids. I'm going to set a bid at 25 Connect, so it's there. The aim of this is to do it at speed. What have I missed? Less than 1 month. Still got the bids. The key to this is speed. So I'm going to try and speed things up because that's how you get applications out. It is speeds, but numbers matter. Numbers matter more than anything else. It's really important when it comes down to applications. So let me come out of this. Hopefully we don't need to use this anymore, but I'm going to leave it there. We're looking for someone to... That's the simple automation. Let's go back. What was this? Lead automation. Go Airtable and Zapier. Automation specialist. No. Go high-level skills required for automation. Configuration contractor. This is a go-live focus job to configure automated procedures within our CRM, WordPress, and automation procedure. Re-engineering a CRM, making it work inside Go high-level. Right, this is perfect. So I've just done a job on this. If any family emergencies, visits, crisis arise, then preclude you from making the deliverables on time, we expect you to withdraw from engagement immediately and find someone else for the job. It's not that way. You must send weekly reports prior to charging for your time to be fully accomplished. I mean, this doesn't. I mean, if they watch this back, they're not going to like this. But like, I mean, who writes messages like that when you're looking for a collaboration? So that's the sort of energy I'm going to give back during this application. Hey, my name's Michael Elliott. I've just come across your job brief on Upwork. I knock projects like this out of the park. This is small fry for me. I knock projects like this out of the park. I recently migrated a full business from ActiveCampaign to Go high level, set up all the email, SMS, WhatsApp automations, included internal funnel automations and assigning of tags, etc. So everything that you want inside of here is easily doable for me. I'm a top 1% Upwork freelancer with nearly 500,000 earnings globally. That comes with a 100% job success score and being expert vetted. So Upwork have expert vetted me for the project. I could show you countless individual automations inside of make.com and N8N. I could also show you, should you want to get on a call with me, my actual build for a business that I sort of angel invested in, that I've built in Go high level using CloseBot as its two-way SMS deal closer, which makes about 50-60k profit a month. You just simply using automations in iLevel and CloseBot. Happy to show you that. Or you can just go and check out my YouTube channel, where all I do is just educate people on how to be able to do things themselves and be able to take my knowledge and pass it on to other people to share it. One thing that I would say to you is you're very specific in this brief. Now, when it comes down from this, withdraw from the engagement immediately while we find someone else to do the job. All of my relationships are built on full transparency and respect. So I have no problem with being held accountable to agreed timeframes and things like that. But I only want to work with clients that respect me and respect my time. So, and I'm sure that you do, but you're just making clear here that you want what's written down. You know, you expect to get only what was written down and scoped out. And that works for me because that's exactly the way I operate. But little things like this about pulling back, you know, it just gave me a vibe a little bit like the relationship needs to be like crystal clear before it's engaged. And I just wanted to let you know that if you're not interested in a respectful yet 100% accountable relationship, then I'm not your man. If you're looking for someone best in class to knock this out of the park for you, then drop me a message and we'll go from there. So I went a little bit over 2 minutes with that application. The reason I did that is because I had to get that bit in at the end. When it comes in my position where I am, which I'm no better than anybody else, but I'm just saying, with my Upwork profile being the way that it is, like I don't need this job, so I don't care if they don't respond to me, and that means that I can tell them straight away that this isn't going to work for me if you're not going to treat me with respect. And like never ever. If you want one piece of Upwork advice that you take away from this, never mind about applications, it's this. It's that not every client's a good client. Do not onboard a client that you think could potentially lead to bad reviews, out of scope work, because all that's going to do is lead to more headaches, and you're going to feel responsible for actually delivering for them, when in reality you're not. No one's even bidded on this. That's why, because of the way it's written, I'm going to bid. I don't know. I don't even want that job. I hope they don't accept it and end up becoming a client. But yeah, that really put me off. But it's talking about speed through Upwork, so here we go. And it looks like we're cooking again with the email links, which is good. So AI developer for healthcare platform. No, not interested in that. Now live on your channel, that's me. Mobile app specialist, Meta and Google, install, growth, focus. We're looking for performance-driven mobile apps specialist. Nah, that's not on the list either. Go high-level expert needed to fix 2 website. Urgent delivery today. Someone's panicking, and that's not a good thing. Automation engineer for job posting aggregation project, 3K. We're seeking experienced automation engineer to help debug and finalise a project that involves aggregating open job postings. Let's have a look at this. The project leverages Notion and Make.com to showcase these postings on a public. The ideal candidate will review the database, debug the workflow and integration. Fixed price, $150. Probably won't apply normally, but we're on a streak, so let's just go. Hi, my name's Michael Elliott. I've just come across your job brief. I understand it can become extremely frustrating when it comes down to, like, you've built out a flow and you had it working, or that you can't quite get it over the line. And I'm a specialist in that. So, you know, when I'll review your database and debug everything, but before I go into any of that, I wanted to showcase to you my my talent. So I'm top 1% Upwork freelancer globally. I have a smidgen under $500,000 in earnings on the platform, 100% job success score rate, and expert vetted by Upwork themselves. So that showcases, that's very, very, very select. They have to choose the best in class freelancers in order to give them that badge. So I'm quite proud of it. I build out an abundance of individual flows. I could literally show you everything from scraping of sites to cold outreach, outbound, from extracting Google Ads data and information, Typeform, full onboarding systems in ClickUp, in Monday.com, literally everything from into Notion, wherever you want to see it. I could show you it. Daily meeting summaries, custom buttons coded into HubSpot. I could show you anything that you needed, but your individual flow is individual to you, so there's not too much from that. I just wanted to showcase to you that I build complex and custom workflows, I guess, is the reason why these are all there. Apollo Scraper, which was updated recently after Appify, and I also spend a lot of time, like when I'm not working, creating YouTube videos for people so that they can actually go away and see you know, how to implement these for themselves and their business. Jumping back to what we're looking at here, review and debug Notion database, debug workflow and integration using Make, embed final result into public web page, ensure job postings are recent and open, make job posting filterable by job type. That all sounds pretty smooth to me, and like something that I could knock out of the park. Your fixed price isn't going to cut it for somebody of my experience, and I need to speak with you about the job before we go any further. But if you want your project fixing and fixing to the best quality standard and are willing to pay for that, drop me a message and we can have a conversation and we'll go from there. All right, thank you. Cheers. I ended that in that way because of the fact that I just saw his job reviews. I'm going in blind here and going in for volume, like I said, but whenever I see something like that, I would never apply. I almost feel like not sending this off. I'm going to put the price really high. If you go on somebody's profile, like that one, where did we see it? Let me just apply for it first. I feel like I'm talking down on everybody that's posting Upwork jobs. I'm not. I have a very keen eye, and I understand I understand when a project is a good fit or not because of my experience. And when I see them, I don't normally apply, but obviously I'm on a live right now and I'm cooking up. So I'm trying to give you some value of how you would actually apply for them, which is what you're trying to take away, not actually me winning the jobs, although I will continue to go live. If you're enjoying this live, comment, let me know something, hit something in the chat. And if this is something that you want me to if you want me to continue doing, I will, because I can show you this and we could win them in real time together. And I could also even live or screen share the sales calls. But that's another one knocked out. I'm going to close this. Dare I say I'm going to close that, and hopefully this means that you have it. But what I was getting at here is, let me turn my Presentify on. What I was getting at here is when you apply for Upwork jobs, look at that. Out of 18 reviews, he's got 3.15 stars. There's been quite a few people negatively review him, and I don't want to work with him. So I wouldn't accept that job even if he did come back to me. And I wouldn't advise, even if you have nothing on your profile, to be able to do that either. Data scientist and machine learning engineer, need an end to create blog automation. This is like right up my street. Literally could create him a blog as we speak. Looking to skill, loves pushing limits, APIs, scope of work, automation, trending crypto articles, generate free, engaging mid-journey. This is it. This is what you want. Hi, my name is Michael Elliott, and I've just come across your job brief. And it's not often that I apply, but I'm applying for this one because I know I can knock it out of the park for you. I'll get into that in a little while. I need to give you some background on myself first so you know who I am. I'm a top 1% Upwork freelancer. I'm based in the UK. 85% of my client base is based out of the US, and I'll attach a testimonial to this application from the Reporting Hub, who are based out of Canada. But I'm expert vetted, 100% job success score. It's not easy to achieve expert vetted on Upwork. They vet you and they vet you thoroughly. So I'm quite proud about that. I have a lot of individual experience inside of crafting automations inside of make.com and NAN. And when it comes down to like content production, I can show you individual content production flows. This is a form that's submitted inside of NAN. I might actually show you the whole thing, seeing as this is what we're talking about. This is a form, the AI content machine, that's custom built out inside of make.com that allows a user to submit a form from it. This is triggered by a webhook that comes from NAN, which is the AI content form webhook, and the form looks like this. If we get the production URL, it looks like this. And you can submit all of the information that you want, and it will pull that information in and create content. Now, not only do I do all of that, so I've showcased the content production scheme, I also teach people how to do this every day. So in here, on YouTube, I go in there and I teach people how to use different things, what new tools they should be focusing on, what they should be doing as the AI trend and the AI digital age sort of takes place. But back to your specific job post and brief, when it comes down to what you've got, design and implement NAN workflows that does the following end-to-end: scrapes articles, pull top crypto news, filter relevancy, AI rewriting, send the scraped article through, ensure tone, publish to WordPress, format the rewritten article, generate free images using Midjourney. I mean, that's bread and butter to me, my friend. Like, that's something that it'd be. Have the automation comment on the post of the article. Not 100% sure on that. It depends on where we're posting, like on social media. Where depends on the individual channel of whether we can do that or not. Repeat 5 to 10 times daily on autopilot. Easy. You're just gonna have to pay for the API usage, and that's it. Integration with these, I mean, like the back of my hand with all of those. Documentation for setup, nodes, triggers. With every single flow that I deliver documentation and a loom which goes through it, so you can team can do it. So yeah, I mean, which integrations or API you would use? I mean, any third party. When it comes down to image generation, any third party. Artlist's a good one. File.ai is another good one. The rest of them you would use, by the looks of what I've just read, unless I've missed something. They're all custom APIs that you would use. So there's nothing there. Example of similar workflows. I've literally just showed you exactly what you've got. Availability and turnaround time. I'm available to turn it around very, very quickly. I'm not the cheapest person you're going to find. So if it's price that you're conscious of, I'm not going to be your guy. But if you want a best-in-class output from a content production perspective, I could probably have this ready for you within the next 5 to 7 days, ready to roll out. So yeah, my name's Michael Elliott. Thank you for watching this video. I can't help you unless you drop me a message. So drop me a message and we'll go from there. Speak to you soon. Bye. Broke my rule there, went over what I should have been doing in terms of time frames, because the project is actually a good one and is one that I would be interested in working with. Now, this is the beautiful thing. Did you notice how I knew in my brain exactly a flow that does exactly what it is that they are looking for? This is a red flag, but we'll go for it anyway. When it comes down to this, when I know that it's a really, really high quality job, I don't mind spending the extra couple of minutes on it. I don't. Because it's worth it. That what your actual danger is, very similar to me now as during this live, is keeping your attention. Like, I need you to keep watching me apply for these Upwork jobs and scale them out. Like, and in order to do that, I have to be engaging with you in between them to make sure that you stay. Add credit always applies it first. Send for 71 connects. Why will that not let me send? Come on, yeah, catch up with yourself. Thanks. When it comes down to like engaging with you, it's the same with anything, isn't it? It's retention rates. It's the same when you're doing them. High energy. You have to start with high energy. So let me close these two down because we don't need those anymore. Is there any new ones? Seeking experienced Google Ads media buyer for D2C. No beginners. No beginners. Macedonia. Scale e-commerce account. If you live and breathe strategy, not tweaking bids or turning on broad match, this is for you. Like this guy. This is a PPC application. You'll be responsible for managing minimum 2 years. No agencies, no beginners. Less than this. 4K spent. Good reviews. Why not apply? It's not AI, but we'll do it anyway. So let's go. Hi, my name is Michael Elliott. I'm a Google Premier Partner here in the UK, which means I'm in the top 1% of freelancers. It's an incredible achievement because that's usually made for the major agencies. But I'm a Google Premier Partner as a freelancer. You're not looking for a beginner. You're looking for someone with hands-on experience. Well, how's this for you? In the last 12 months, I've handled 31 million in ad spend. And I've handled it for some of the largest corporations. The largest business that I've worked with in the last year had 1.5 million in ad spend per month. That was a 9-month project for maternity cover. I've worked with some of the biggest brands globally: Perfect Draft, Mercury Holidays, Vitabiotics, to name a few. And when I was in a previous life, before being freelance and being a top 1% Upwork freelancer globally, if I show you something here, which is the projects, if I filter this by largest projects, oh, it already was filtered. Yeah, you can see here, Google Ads Rockstar needed for US e-commerce store, 500k monthly spend. Check out that review and let me know what you think to my Google Ads skills, so you'll know that I'm no beginner in this field. So if you need some help with Google Ads and you want a free audit, then feel free to drop me a message. I'll happily take a look. I'm not going to be the cheapest option that you find, but if you want quality and you want deliverable, scalable results and someone who's accountable, provides weekly updates and is communication proactive, then I'm your man. Drop me a message and we'll go from there. Exact same thing, different industry. Did you... Oh, that one to record another loom. Did you see how I just switched like modes from there? Now, what I didn't have that I would have wanted was my MCC open that shows what I have done historically for businesses, because that would have swung it the other way. If I could show him the 31 million instead, I can't add any of those. I have got some others, but I don't want to lose that page. If I go largest projects and attach that should catch his attention. And then if I boost the profile and I set this at, 100 connects. Now, one thing I would say is please don't be afraid of me just blasting through these connects, because I can hear you screaming through the screen like you're actively applying for Upwork jobs, but you're blasting through so many connects and so many things that are actively expensive, and I understand, but it's the value proposition. The connects have been brought in by Upwork. They're not going anywhere. You've got to play the game. You have got to play the game alongside them. If you don't, then you're in a position where you're gonna lose. You don't have to go as high as I do. You don't have to go as crazy as I do. Sometimes I bid 300 connects. You don't have to do that. Make sure you're in the top 3 positions. But just remember that people are going to be coming back and actively uploading their bids, updating their bids later. And I don't want to do that because I haven't got the time. So I need to make sure that I get it right first time and go through it from there. So I did apply for that, I think. I hope I did. Yeah, I think I did. So now, AI specialist in-house, build custom AI RAG chatbot and audio with chat GPT. Let's have a look. Perplexity. There's some good stuff here. Seeking development background to be successful. You must have front-end and back-end skills, deep understanding of architecting systems, voice machine training, curriculum ingestion, structure ingest that training course, performance requirements, responses must be instantaneous and user... Right, this is it. 100k spent on Upwork. These are the sort of inquiries we're after. They knew that we were coming for this live today. Hi, my name's Michael Elliott. I've just come across your job brief on Upwork. And I actually partner with a back-end developer called Your Nuts. I'm going to stop that. Not because that's not true, because I do partner with a back-end developer for extremely detailed tasks, and sort of he's my business partner when it comes to these. But you can only do that if it's a fixed price project on Upwork, by the way. But I shouldn't introduce him in that way. It's about me. So... Hey, my name's Michael Elliott. I've just come across your job brief on Upwork. It's very rare I apply for jobs, but this one sort of blew me away because it's something I know I can knock out of the park for you. Before I jump into that and your sort of RAG system and how you want to incorporate audio, voice matching, user and focusing on user experience, I just wanted to run you through me. I am a top 1% Upwork freelancer globally with nearly 500,000 earnings on the platform. Not only that, I have a 100% job success score and I'm expert vetted. I've worked with some of the largest corporations across the globe currently and recently. At first, it was a one-off project. Now it's an ongoing project for DirecTV out of the US, their partner Jamloop. So I have massive experience with huge data pools and building significantly robust platforms. Not only that, I happen to be extremely close friends with the French NAN ambassador Lucas Perrin. So I have a huge network of people that should sort of build some trust before we hop on a call. You'll find out when we're on the call, but I'm just trying to give you a bit of background about me. Some examples of individual flows that I've built. I mean, that's an AI content machine. But if you look at this one here, let me switch from there's some really crazy flows in here. Like this one's a HubSpot deal summary that's custom coded into their system, allowing them to get deal summaries on demand. A lot of custom data manipulation inside of here. If you go inside of NAN and we go back to the overview, like ticket reply systems that are built out, which like all speak to one another and execute sub workflows based off of different variables. I could show you thousands of workflows, literally thousands. But not only that, I teach AI to people on YouTube every single day. So go and watch me as I go through either my backstory or the future or some specific tools or live builds. If you want to see more about that, go and check that out, because it's something that it's something that I like to give back, because my career has been one of over 15 years in the digital space, and I like to give back. When it comes down to your individual project, though, and moving into this, like when it comes down to be successful in obtaining it, you must have front end and back end skills, deep understanding, architecting systems and deploying them, already built comprehensive RAG systems with text, audio, chat history. If you message me and book a call, I will show you one of these live so you can see it. I'm not going to do it now on a Loom because there's no sort of potential of moving forward. I don't even know if you're going to watch the video. But if you do, I will show you a system which it's not going to match perfectly, but will probably be even more robust than the one that you wanted because of the size of it, and is going to be like something that lets you sink your teeth into what we're doing. Everything when it comes down to here, full end, front end structure, scoping, etc., like all of this high value content generation, customization testing, customized framework to facilitate rapid iteration and A/B testing of conversation flows and lead capture approaches. This is all bread and butter. Lead capturing, speed to lead, etc., is critical these days. Like everybody's needing it now. I tend to use CloseBot for it, but I have built them custom before. Ultimate user experience architect implements seamless, ultra-fast conversational flows natively on our website, optimizing engagement and clarity. Like these things, I do these every single day. Like, so I'm not going to carry on going through them. Like this is what I build. What you're looking for when it comes down to BotPress or similar modern chatbot platform, CloseBot is my bot of choice, let's say. But when it comes to BotPress, no issue with BotPress either. Just depends on what way you want to go. Ultimately, when I scope the project, I will tell you what we need to use based off of the systems and functionalities that we need, which is important. Conversational flow design. I must have built 100 of these. Having conversational flow. I actually have angel invested in a business that makes about 50 to 60k profit a month, which is in the holiday home industry in the UK. That's all based around this, and that is literally all it does. It's two-way SMS. There's one sales rep and between 400 and 600 leads a month. I'll show it you again on the call if we get on it. But so when it comes down to this, estimated timeline, budget of concept, MVP and final build, this, any questions and suggestions to optimize the project success, and this fixed price, we've got to discuss it. I've built projects out that I've charged just under $250,000 for, and I've built projects out that I've charged $1,000 for. Your project is going to be a big project and bigger than what you possibly think it's going to be based off of this, but I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I'm going to leave it there. Let me just send this over to you. I'll fire it over. Drop me a message, and we'll hopefully catch up on a call, and I'll showcase some real cool stuff to you. When you've got a client that's spent 100k on Upwork and you're in a position where you need to go into detail about that, I probably waffled a little bit. I probably could have trimmed that down by a minute and a half. But it's worth it for a project of that size to be able to do it. If you've got any chance of winning a project like that, when it comes down to to marketing automation, well, I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. I always do that. That's the trick. 1 to 3 months, cover letter, sim. Copy the loom in. If you're ready to see this solved efficiently and in a production ready style, critical here. Let's connect after you've seen the video. I build these literally every day. Please see the loom and testimonials. Attach the looms. Well, I've already attached the looms. Attach the testimonials. Add the Upwork job. Connects here. 250 connects, set bid. I hear you all gasp through the camera. I want to be in top position for this no matter what. Someone's probably going to beat me on that. Because I know, if you think about it, do the maths when it comes to connects, it comes down to a point of view of you being able to apply for jobs and then get return on investment. They've spent 100k on the platform, so they're happy to invest. That'll be over a long period of time. When does it say does it say when they've been there? Yeah, 2009. So they've been on the platform since it was like Elant, I think it was called back then. But the point is that they are a big, large business that has a big, large project, which I want to throw my hat in the ring for, because it's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the smaller ones. Now, I have a podcast right now, so I have to end this live stream. But if you like this sort of live stream, drop a comment on it. I can do it for anything. I can do it for building bots in CloseBot. I can do it for Upwork applications and keep drilling it in every day so that you manage to get, individual experience from it. I don't know how many we knocked out here, 5 or 6, probably in the space of 45 minutes or so, 40 minutes with my introduction, talking and going through it. It probably only took us about half an hour for us to be able to knock them out the park. So from my perspective, I know I can be faster than this. The next time I jump on a live, which I might do straight after this pod, I'm going to show you how quickly you can knock these out. And I can literally apply for like 100 jobs in a day. Like, I can go crazy. So yeah, my name's Michael. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, subscribe for more. If you like lives, if you like this sort of content, if you want any specific questions answering about how you apply for jobs on Upwork or anything that I might have sped through a little bit too quickly, let me know and I'll cover it in the next video or in the comments. Thanks for watching.